It's starting to feel a bit more natural.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these two lines now kind of indicating your body movement within the sort of the circumference of the swing there. Okay, so left hand one before, you can see even within that first part of the takeaway, that knee and that hip was sliding, and when this starts moving too much that way towards your backswing, that's going to drop your head down. And then you've got to try and compensate by sort of swaying off the ball. So you can see the big hip movement away from that red line, and your head's moved quite a long way off the golf ball there and in a sort of a tilted position. Okay, now from here to get your left hip on that wall there, you either fire it, which you might do, but then it means your head now is going to be sort of going back down towards and then falling back. So your impact position with your hands, as we said, behind the golf ball. Yeah. So this one here now, I think we did a few sort of rehearsals of the movement there, sort of feel like your head's staying stable and your hips are going towards that green line as a feel, okay? In reality, that's not always going to be the case. You see your left hip going towards the green line there. Do a few of those rehearsals. It gets the club on a more flatter angle. Now as you go back in your backswing, your left hip's on that green line, yeah? You've created a lot more space from the back green line there. Now from here, there's your impact. So your hand's now in front of, if not on top of the golf ball. Your head's not as far behind the golf ball impact, okay? Everything now is moving. Your shoulder, your arm, your hands are nearer that green line for impact. So when you swing through now, much more balance there. Whereas, and you finish in the same spot with this one, look how much further your head had to move from back over by that red line back here, to move from there to there. Whereas this one, impact, then you've got to move from there to there. So from a balance perspective, you're not going with your head. So you're just going to, there's a lot more subtle moves, and you're creating that spine angle tilt, you're creating the rotation, you're creating all the things you want to do, getting your left hip on the wall by keeping your left hip nearer to start with, yeah? So your head's now staying between those two red dots. Good rotation there now. Space created from the right hip. Now from there we move towards the left hip there, towards that green line. But before you bring the golf club halfway down, you're on that green line. Now your leg straightens up. Good impact, release through, and that's been almost consistent. We've seen 17 point something launch angle.
And no dragging the right foot.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, mate? Yeah. It will take a bit of getting used to make it feel, it's starting to feel more natural now. Have a few more with the driver saying a bit, I'll go into the lad and stuff. But yeah, that's going to be more of a work in progress. Obviously do it on the golf course when you play next time to try and get that feel. But this time of year now, you've hit 15 or 20 of the best 7 irons you ever hit, but then 4 or 5 shots where you're like, oh, here we go again. So you don't want those potentially coming in your game as a sort of reaction, because it's going to get a situation where you think, well, that was really weird, and then you'll mess it up. But yeah, if you get that left hip working towards that wall, that's really good, mate. Really good back. So it's creating that sort of spine angle that we're trying to create. Hip on the wall, shoulder behind the ball, head nice and stable. Just from there, unwind and whack it, mate. Okay?
Happy.
Spotty days, good enough.